Hey guys, Darren Alf here from BicycleTouringPro.com. Tomorrow I leave on another big bike trip. I'm going to Ecuador and Colombia, and I'm going to be gone for 3.5 months cycling around those two countries in South America. Just wanted to give you an update of what I'm doing. Here's all my stuff kind of that I'm packing for the trip, if you can see all that behind me. This is all the stuff not including my bike. My bike is already packed. So I have my drone and my camping gear, I've got my handlebar bags, my sleeping stuff, helmet, tripods, etc. I got a new helmet today. This is my new one. This is my old one that I've had for years. I don't even know how, but it's really bad on the inside, so that's why I needed to get a new one. Here is the old tripod that I used to carry on all my previous trips. It's pretty big and pretty heavy. I would carry that on the rear rack of my bike. Now I'm carrying this much smaller one. It doesn't go as high in the air as this other one, but I'm gonna give it a try. It's much lighter, much smaller, so I'm always trying to find ways to make my gear lighter and smaller, especially since I'm carrying so many electronics now. I have my laptop and the drone, etc. So anyways, just wanted to give you a heads up as to what's going on here. Tomorrow I fly to Ecuador, and you'll probably hear from me on Friday or the weekend once I get there. But yeah, going to South America once again. So stay tuned. I can't wait to share the adventure with you. Hello, Darren Alf here from BicycleTouringPro.com. I just arrived in Quito, Ecuador, and checked into my AirBNB apartment that I rented here for $27 a night. So I thought I'd give you a quick tour and show you around. So here's the view coming into the apartment, the living room area. We've got some crazy, they look like Middle Eastern sofas to me, but maybe that's an Ecuadorian design, I'm not sure. Here's the view outside, which is probably the best part of this whole apartment. Really good view of the city. It's a bit of a concrete jungle out there, but it's nice. And so here's the apartment again, and I have a little table in the back where I'm working on my computer. I've got my jackets and backpack and things. Over here is the kitchen. Very basic kitchen, but it's got pretty much everything I need. And out this window behind me here is another view of the city. And then over here is the bathroom. Nothing too exciting here, just a very basic bathroom. And then in here is the bedroom. And I got a queen size bed in here. There's me, with another good view of the city out here, which I'll show you now. So yeah, it's a nice apartment, kind of located right in the center of town, and I'm going to be here for the first 9 nights of my trip, which will give me time to put my bike together and see the city a little bit before I then head off and explore the rest of Ecuador on my bicycle. So I'm outside of Quito now. I've climbed way uphill. I didn't plan on going this far. I just was going to go on a little walk. Now I've already gone like 5 miles. I'm climbing up this mountain towards a 13,000 foot peak. I'm probably not going to make it to the top because it's going to take like another 2 hours to get there. And it's already 4 o'clock. But anyways, I'm exhausted. The altitude and the steepness of the terrain is just killing me. So I made it as far up as I can go on this road. Really nice place up here. A couple houses up here, people behind me. There are chickens and cows and stuff walking around. And I'm gonna go back down the hill. Going down is gonna be so much easier than going up. I can't wait. completely honest, part of the reason I came to Ecuador and Colombia this year is because last year I was planning to come here, and right before that trip, I had already bought my plane ticket and everything. Right before that trip, I found out that I had cancer, and I had to cancel my whole trip, go in for an emergency surgery, and spend the next 3 months or so basically at home recovering from cancer and going to doctors and all that kind of fun stuff. Since then, I've done a 3-month-long bike tour in Europe, and that went okay. And for the last 3 months, 4 months, I've been in California visiting my doctors again. I did another bike trip up to Alaska, felt okay there. And now here I am in Ecuador, doing the trip that I was supposed to do last year and didn't get to do because I had cancer. So that's why I'm here. How am I feeling is the next question, and the truth is not very well. About 5 months after I had my surgery, I started getting these dizzy spells, basically vertigo, where the whole world would kind of start to spin. I wouldn't feel like I kind of knew where I was, and yeah, it's just really weird. And I had one episode where it lasted for like 15 minutes, really bad vertigo, and I thought I was gonna die, like seriously. But since then I've had like these mini vertigo episodes where I'll just be walking or sitting down, and then all of a sudden the world will just shift like that. And since I've been here in Ecuador, it's been happening quite a lot. I don't know if it's the elevation, my ears are plugged, or something else is going on. I've had a brain MRI. I've met with various doctors to try to figure out what could be going on. Nobody seems to know. So here I am at the beginning of my trip, haven't even started cycling, and I already don't feel well, and I'm just anxious and nervous and scared a little bit about leaving Quito, because once I leave here, I'm outside of where I can quickly get help and come home. So that actually is part of the reason I chose to go to Ecuador and Colombia this year, is because it's a relatively small space, and if I have to, I'll just jump on a bus and get to a major airport and fly home. But so like that was part of my backup strategy for coming here, was like I don't want to get necessarily too far away at any time, so that in case something were to go wrong with me, and I was all alone out in the middle of nowhere and don't know the language, I could at least ask for help and maybe get myself home. So that's kind of the plan, but like I said, to be honest, I'm not feeling very well right now. This walk has helped a little bit. I think just getting my blood going, getting used to the altitude is good. But yeah, I hope I get over this. It's like fatigue and dizziness. That's basically the main thing that I'm experiencing right now. And those are two things you probably don't want at the beginning of a bike tour. So anyways, all right, I'm gonna hike back to my apartment now, get some dinner, do some work, and go to sleep. Hopefully I've been so jet lagged since I got here that I've been waking up at like noon and I can't get to sleep until like 4 in the morning. So I got to change that, obviously. So I'm gonna try to get to bed a little earlier tonight. Hopefully this walk helped. So I just got back from my big long walk around Quito, up into the mountains. On the way back, I picked up a pizza. It cost $6.75. Looks pretty good. On the menu, it went from this size, which is 6 slices, up to 8 slices. So this was $6.75, and then the 8-slice pizza was $22. And I couldn't understand why there was such a jump in the price. And then finally, because my Spanish is so bad, I sat down with the menu and looked at it a little more, and the price for the larger pizza was for 2 pizzas, so $22 for 2 pizzas, and this was $7 for 1 pizza. Anyways, now I understand, but this is why being able to read is very important. Pizza's pretty good. I like it because it's not thin crust, it's much thicker, and it's loaded with veggies. Hola amigos and greetings from Quito, Ecuador. I've rented an AirBNB apartment here in the city center. It cost me $27 a night, and I've been here for a couple nights now, just recovering from the jet lag and the high altitude. We're up at about 9,500 feet at the moment, maybe a little bit higher actually. Today I wanted to show you how I packed to get all of my stuff here to Quito for the start of my bike tour. I have everything that I packed with me on my trip in these 3 bags, and I just wanted to explain what's in those bags and how I got them here, so I'm going to do that now. This is my carry-on bag that I bring with me on the airplane. I just have my laptop in here, the laptop charger, and my DSLR camera batteries. I also was wearing my jackets and stuff that I had on the airplane. I actually forgot one of my jackets when I got out of the car at the Los Angeles International Airport. My warm fleece jacket, I left it in the back of the car. It kind of fell on the ground when I was getting out, so I had no jacket on the airplane, but I've now purchased a new kind of a hooded sweatshirt that I'm going to wear for warmth on this trip, so I bought that once I got here to Quito. Anyways, over here are the 2 bags that I checked on the airplane. The big bag in the back there is my bicycle actually. It's my Co-Motion Pangea touring bicycle inside the Co-Motion Co-Pilot case, travel case. And because the bike fits inside that case, I did not have to pay anything extra to get my bike here to Ecuador. The other smaller bag in front here is the bag, it's a duffel bag filled with my panniers, the 4 panniers that I'm carrying on my bike, and all of the stuff that goes inside those panniers, clothing, camping equipment, toiletries, etc. And I have my drone in there as well. So all of that went in the other bag, and that's everything I brought with me to Ecuador. All of this stuff together weighs about 100 pounds. It's really heavy. I have a lot of electronic gear that I'm using to document this trip with you guys so that you can see what I'm doing out here on the road. But I do not recommend packing that much stuff for most people who are going on a bike tour. So that's it. I'm going to unpack my bicycle right now and get it ready for my trip here across Ecuador and Colombia. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So after about an hour of putting my bike back together, it is fully assembled now. My Co-Motion Pangea touring bicycle looks good. Over here is all my stuff that's still scattered around. I'm gonna have to organize that later. This is probably what you're interested in. This is the Co-Motion Co-Pilot travel case, which I brought the bike in. I put my drone case in there. I took the drone out of it. Drone's over there. And the duffel bag that I transported all of this stuff in. And so I'm going to put it all inside the travel case here, and I'm going to leave that here at this apartment. And I'm going to come back to this apartment 3 months from now, and I'll pick up the case, pack up my bike, and then go out there to the airport and fly home. Right now I'm walking over to the botanical gardens here in Quito, so that's where I'm going right now. just entered a greenhouse that says carnivorous over the door. So there are carnivorous plants in here, and it is really hot, like 90 degrees and humid.
Look at all the frogs in there. They're hiding inside this plant. There's a bunch of them. Every single leaf has a frog in it. So I think my tour of the botanical gardens here in Quito is just about over. The best part was the orchid and frog exhibits. The stuff outside maybe not as interesting, but yeah, really nice. So I just got back from the supermarket. I got strawberries, lettuce, oatmeal, tortillas, beans, a tomato, some bread, and I picked up this smoothie, not at the supermarket, but at some other stall. It's a smoothie de frutas rojas. So anyways, all of that cost about $20. Not exactly cheap, but there we go. It's about 7 p.m. right now in Quito, Ecuador. I'm cooking some dinner here. I got some veggies, yeah, at the supermarket today. Gonna cook those up, and some potatoes that I have over here, and that's gonna be my dinner. I've only got 2 more nights here at the apartment, and then I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go to Baños, which is a city to the south. I am probably going to take a bus there instead of riding my bike, just because it's basically 3 days of non-stop traffic riding if I ride my bike to Baños, and I don't really want to do that. So I'm just going to take a bus there, and then I'll probably stay in Baños for 2 weeks or so, because it's supposed to be a really cool area with lots of waterfalls and hiking and stuff like that. So I'm going to do all that, get some work done while I'm there, and then I'll continue from there kind of north through the Amazon jungle a little bit up into Colombia. So that's the plan. First plan though, dinner.
So tonight is my last night here in Quito. Tomorrow I will check out of my apartment, and then I'm going to ride about 9 miles that direction behind me through the city, and I'm going to go to the bus station in the center of Quito, and from there hopefully I am going to get on a bus and go to the nearby city of Baños, which is about 3.5 hours away. I decided to take the bus out of town instead of riding through the traffic, just to avoid the traffic mainly, and I don't think the bus ride is that expensive. The issue is, will they take my bicycle? We'll find out tomorrow. So that's it. Quito's been good, but I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of Ecuador.